Ding. See it? Chainsaws are very dangerous tools, okay? If you've never used a chainsaw before, ding. First of all, you're a pussy. And second, I wouldn't advise you to go and use one unless you could have a professional there to help you understand. Alright? Welcome to Tree Hustle, episode 6. Sex. This is Trees' Bartlebeatus. Trees' Bartleby.
This is Ricky Tuckett over here.
And this is Scott Wharton.
And Scott Wharton.
Scott Wharton rounding third base, coming to home plate. Oh, he slides. Oh, he's out. Just like this log out of the tree.
Just in time for the weather report.
That's right. Well, another Tree Hustle. If you've listened to all the others and you're listening to this,
congratulations.
Congratulations.
You made it with us.
You've experienced it all. Subscribe to our channel if you have not so far.
Yeah.
Just hit that subscribe button.
And hit that little bell too. That way you
That
see
little
anytime we
bell,
go live or anytime we upload a video.
Yep. This is Greenwich, Connecticut, right here.
It looks beautiful.
Oh yeah, it's a really nice place. Super green.
Cutting down some poplars.
Yep, that's a big old tulips poplar. I don't know if you actually see the rig. Kind of just see me here tying it all together.
I've never cut one down yet.
Oh yeah. We'll probably not be getting to one of those for a while because once we go west, there's not very many of them. Oh, there it goes.
Speaking of heading out west, we're going to be out in Utah in about mid-January.
Yeah, we're going to Utah in January. We're going to try to hit up a couple comedy clubs there. There's a couple there. And then we're going to be there probably till about mid-February.
Who are we going to be working with? Or is that wide open still? Is that...
It's pretty wide open. I've got a lot of contacts in Utah. That's where most of, that's where I pretty much was stationed for years.
Gotcha.
So I know the people pretty well.
That's how I started working with Trees' Bartleby, was out in Utah.
Yeah, in Salt Lake. So we know the city pretty well. But for the rest of December and first part of January, we will be
right here in Augusta, Georgia.
Right here in Augusta, Georgia. We got a couple open mics coming up. I think we're gonna go try to hit up Joe's Underground on Thursday.
Yep, this Thursday coming up. So what's the date on that?
I could get my phone out here. Today's date is the date. Today's date is the 10th.
So let's see, that'd be the 13th, 14th.
I think it's the 13th.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though. We just barely went and did some stuff to present a showcase for
last week, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was really fun. We all did go and do a comedy open mic in front of mostly black people.
Yeah, it was a showcase for Bob Sumner, who started Def Comedy Jam with Russell Simmons. And he's looking for people for his new show on, I think it's True TV, called Laugh Mob Laugh Tracks. But these two guys popped their cherry as far as stand-up comedy goes, and I got my first stage time in a month, which was desperately needed. And I think we all did really well. We got his attention, and he's worked with people like, Bernie Mac and Dave Chappelle.
Yeah, he's worked with big names. And he was impressed with Scott and Spencer and myself. He liked what we had going on. Like we're traveling around, trying to hit up comedy venues, doing tree work in that area to get us by.
He could tell that we're hungry and we're chasing it and we're putting forth the effort.
Yeah.
And when people recognize that, that's one of the best qualities that you can have.
Yeah,
You know?
people like that. For sure.
Even if your actual talent isn't all there, you know what I mean? If you can be molded a little bit, you know,
Mhm.
if you have some talent and your heart is 100% there, you know, 200% there, like we are, then people recognize that. They want to work with you.
100%. I
That-
totally agree.
That's what was cool about being able to perform in front of someone like that too. Is at the end of it, he had nothing but positivity to say to everybody. Everything
Yeah.
felt pretty cozy.
Yeah, he was pretty cool. That was a good experience. A lot of the comedians came up and talked to all of us specifically, like asking us about our bits and how we put that shit together. And I think that if you go on my Facebook, Teresa's Facebook, you will see if you look at the video right here, you'll see a floating log.
Oh.
If you go on my Facebook and browse the timeline, you'll find a stand-up bit about. You'll see.
Now, are you using telekinesis to make this log float?
Actually,
is this like a metaphysical energy power that you have that I was unaware of?
yeah, actually, and you wouldn't know it, but the ropes there don't actually do anything. It was all my mind powers.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
the ropes didn't have any purpose. The
That
ropes
seems
in the
very
truck.
legit.
Honestly, the only reason we put the ropes in the truck on that log is because I didn't want to freak everybody out by moving the log with my mind.
That, yeah.
So I just
Makes
had to make it
perfect
look
sense.
real.
Because then if they thought you were a mutant, then like they would try to take over everything, you know? They would try to harness your energy and use it for world domination. Well, that's just not good. You know, because you don't want people to take over the flat earth.
You know, honestly, the Russian crime syndicate has been, I think, spying on us quite a bit lately. I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to burn my forest house down and send me into the wasteland.
The wasteland.
The wasteland.
They
It's
can't.
not a land, it's land.
They can't set fire to any forests in their own homeland, so they got to attack ours.
Yeah.
It's much too cold.
I don't know who here knows about Russian crime syndicate, but for tree cut specifically, yeah, check that out.
Yeah,
Anyways, we've been cutting pines. Like this video is in Greenwich. This is all earlier this year. We're just kind of throwing video at you so you can watch it and listen to us.
as you can see, the guy on the
Bullshit.
screen is pointing to.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So here we have Scott Bonnell, Helmet, in Russian crime syndicate for tree cut. That's Helmet. He, or the greatest Scotaceous. He actually betrays Treesus. You know, he ends up giving Treesus' secret book to the Russian crime syndicate for tree cut, and the greatest Scotaceous was actually a Russian spy born operative his whole life. Okay? And so Treesus, him and him are best friends, and then the Russian crime syndicate, they, like, you know, challenge Treesus to do this rig off thing, and who can rig the tree the best, get it done the fastest, whatever. And Treesus is like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this shit up. I'm Treesus, and I've got my secret book, my rigging secrets, this book. And so he goes to the rigging competition. The fucking Russian crime syndicate for tree cut shows up with a goddamn crane. Never used one of those before. And then fucking Trees is like, oh, well, I still got my book. I think I'll be able to get through this. And he goes to get his book, and he can't fucking find it. And next thing you know, the greatest Scotaceous is standing over by the Russian crime syndicate's Axe 19 chipper, and he fucking throws that shit through the chipper. And fucking Trees just loses the rig off, and the Russian crime syndicate burns down his treehouse and kick him into the fucking wasteland.
Why would he do that?
I don't know. It's just how it went down.
Does Treesus ever make a comeback?
Yeah, we'll probably, that, that part, that'll come up later, but, that's kind of a good idea.
Trazus is still in hiding right now. He's licking his wounds and
Yeah.
planning his
Yeah,
comeback.
he's working his way across the wasteland.
So,
Yeah.
what you're telling me is we've got the Water Boy meets 300 meets Despicable Me in some way with Rambo, and then
With, like, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right, 100%.
Yeah,
Texas
whoa.
Chainsaw Massacre.
that is quite a storyline.
And that one scene from Scarface with the chainsaw.
Why is that thing upside down?
Because she was chewing on the guitar case
Oh.
on the side that was frayed.
Hmm.
Issues with a cat that wandered into
Yeah.
the studio.
Yeah.
Sorry, what we were talking about was the ceiling. It was upside down. And the cat had been chewing on it because it was frayed in the corner.
So.
We put the
Anyways.
ceiling back.
Oh, here's a nice, look at that big daddy piece.
Oh, this is a drone shot.
Yeah, drone shot. Yeah, this is also Greenwich, Connecticut. And then actually, we'll go through and explain a lot of these. So this is a big giant tree. It's a tulip poplar, and we're cutting it down. And we're doing a span rig to get it over this creek. And we're doing a rig on this tree for no other reason than we were getting paid a lot of money to rig this tree down to the ground in the forest. So that was cool. It was like really good practice. And I mean, look at these big, massive pieces we're taking. So
I mean,
you see me throw, and then I think what? Oh no! Oh yeah. See, gotta make sure you set your stuff up right. So I like to set my, see this is a little negative rigging advice. I like to set my rope in my notch. And then I come up, and then see I swing it over and swing it back over. See that?
yeah.
Like I swing it that one way and then all the way back over. And then I do my little knot tie. There's a bow line. Get that nice tight like. Pull.
It's a sweet looking little block too.
That's a safe block.
A safe block, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like, so, oh, see, this is like that big rope. So you're like, oh, how the fuck? There we go. Oh, it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall. I should just stand up a little bit more. I don't know what I'm doing there.
And I mean, it's just one of those when you're in the moment climbing kind of deals
Yeah,
too.
I know. Like, I look at this and I critique myself, like, dude, just, like, walk up, like, 2-3 steps, and this would be so much easier. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's harder to walk up that, because it is poplar, and it is really hard. Like, I know a pine, I'd just be like, click, click, click. Like, walk up a couple steps and be right up in there.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, if I wanted, you could even walk up onto the log or out past the cut with your lanyard. That shit ain't gonna break.
Oh yeah.
Hell no, it's not gonna break.
I mean, it takes a saw to topple it, and I mean, you have a guy on the ground trying to pull that over without you doing your back cut, then it's still not going anywhere.
Yeah. 100%.
But it's always good to look over your own footage, and I've recommended it to a lot of people too, because I've seen some things on the ground with my own personal ground footage, and a couple things even in the area that I could have done different.
Yeah, I wish I had a camera today.
Yeah, today was.
Because I would have, like, we need to get the other scene up there. Another Greenwich cut. Because the ropes were like a really big pain in the ass there.
Yeah.
They kept like twisting and tangling, and it was because my rope was not set where it should have been at the base.
Mm-hmm.
And if you set it where it should have been, there would have been none of that. So
Yeah.
but that's whatever. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I wish there was a camera. So tomorrow we're gonna film what's going down. There's like the same thing that we were doing today. We're doing tomorrow.
I
Climbing
wish
the
we would
freaking-
have filmed the zip lining because that was my first time zip lining, and
Oh, we'll have more.
that was
Mhm.
interesting.
Yeah. Big old rig. Boing. Ooh, look at that. Nice little ride.
A little dance.
Yeah, that tree. See now. That tree was pretty hollow. I don't know. I was pretty much putting all the weight onto the next tree over, and my tree was acting as like a brake to make sure that that log didn't just go swinging into that big red oak.
Mm-hmm.
You know. See that tarp?
Oh, yeah.
That's been there since. So this was in like June, and that tarp was put on there in February.
Been there quite a minute.
Yeah, we pulled the tree off the house. There was a big beech that fell on their house, and then
Oh.
we did like the father tree of that forest, this big poplar that just stuck up right over all of the other trees, like, and it stood above the forest by like good 40 feet.
Wow.
Nice.
So, yeah, and big old trunk. It's like 48 inches for like 50, 60 feet.
That sounds like a lot of fun. Take the
Yeah,
biggest
was it-
tree out in a whole forest with that kind of scenery.
Yeah, it was pretty wild. I wish I documented it better, and I wish we waited to do it until it was green because it would have been quite the project. But it was cool.
Yeah, things are starting to tighten up a bit.
Hmm. Yeah, just keep working it.
Mm-hmm. It's a lot of practice to.
There's one of those Avants, those little green Avant 420. That's a cool little machine.
The Avant 420.
Yeah. And we're just kind of looking around this big job site in Greenwich, Connecticut. There's Chad Rice, pretty cool little cat. He's oh, I think he's flying the drone right now. Oh no, Troy's flying the drone. Oh, Chad's just goofing off. That kid just goofs off all day. It's funny. Chad, if you're listening to this, you can touch me on the butt next time I see you. Oh look, there he is.
He's smiling about it
Yeah,
already.
he's smiling. Yeah. He's like, look, I'm taking pictures of me not working. That's what he did all the time. He just didn't work and just. There he is. Hi, look how handsome I am. I don't have to work. I'm handsome.
Nod, what's up? Nod, what's up? Hey, I'm gonna say what's up.
Yo, Street Fighter.
Check it out.
All
Yo,
right,
what's
come
up?
on, do it. Yo, sup? Yeah, touch me on the penis and go around in circles and swirl at my butt. And then
Slap
touch,
it on my knee.
Slap it on. Yes, in there, straight up. Shoot it. Bob it. Twist it. Pull it.
Jerk it.
Jerk it. Suck it.
Send it.
Send it.
This is some this is top-notch camera work by
Top
whoever
notch
was on that
camera
road
work.
that day.
He's like, what is going on here?
He's still talking to the drone. And
So
it's
this
not
is
even
kind of
recording.
like the new Tree Hustle. Tree Hustle. I didn't even watch most of any of this footage, so hopefully we don't get into something questionable. I have to go delete, but so this is just all unedited footage.
Do you have your drone footage of you climbing naked in a tree on this? Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't. Yeah, that footage got destroyed.
I'm just hoping that you don't have the footage from the night you guys picked me up. That's all I hope. Because that would be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the,
that's-
Oh, that footage is
yeah,
on.
the Eyes Wide Shut party.
Listen closely. That footage is on Pornhub.com under Mother Loves
Midget.
Son.
And
So go ahead and search that.
Yeah.
Once you're done watching this video.
that's only if you're into feet, though.
Yeah, exactly.
You can even watch it simultaneously
It's
and
a
listen to our
fetish type
voices.
video,
That's-
mostly about rhododendron plants.
I personally don't recommend it.
Yeah, it's pretty boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would strongly recommend masturbating to the sound of our voices. though.
Mm. Hey, look, here's the hardest worker on the crew,
The drone man.
the drone man, sitting there in the shade. Look at him.
Yeah,
Troy.
boots crossed and
Boots. He's like, my back hurts. And
What?
that was that.
I'd better lean
That
over.
place is pretty cool, I'll tell you what.
No, that's a sweet looking property.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a really cool place, really cool people. Not really gonna say names or nothing, but
One of the better halves of the industry, though, is seeing where other people are living
and what they're, yeah, you know, that's sweet.
and what their projects are. And then when you get those returning customers going back to their house and seeing the progress since last time you talked to them.
Yeah, 100%.
That,
Ooh, watch this, watch this. This is a big rig. And I think that I smacked my face on some shit. Which is funny because when I was wrestling with my dog this morning, I smacked my face. And so now I'm watching this with a hurt face.
didn't you like smash your toe on this job or something, or is that a different one?
Man, I wasn't even filming, and I should have been. But yeah, I smashed my toe in Illinois. It's good luck.
Ooh,
Look at that.
wow,
Look at
that just shook you up.
Yeah, it shook me all up like a shake and bake.
Shake and bake.
Shake and bake, baby.
You were
Speaking
like,
of shaking,
Tree Maraca.
like speaking of shake and bake, we had some chicken tonight. That was really good.
Yep.
Yes, some chicken Alfredo.
Did-
Some rigatoni. It was fucking delicious.
Did not turn
Nice
out
carbo
bad
load
at
after a
all.
long day of work.
Yep.
Took out 11 trees today.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, sorry if we're being so boring, but we're pretty tired. What's something good that we can talk about?
I mean, we got Lumber Laughs kicking off here pretty soon, and that's going to be pretty exciting. Like, really, like the comedy inside of the tree work. It's
Yeah,
starting
the
to get.
comedy is really kind of where we're taking this.
It's kind of hard not to.
More or less. We are going to invest into a really nice point and shoot camera.
Yep.
Well, yeah, we want to start doing some like little short videos, some funny stuff.
Yeah.
We want to start doing like a long form podcast that would be kind of a live stream thing with guests, to where you'd actually see us talking and we were talking about random subjects, etc.
Yeah, we would have probably a different guest each show that we would choose, whether it be live stream or in person.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to start doing like short little comedy skits
Mhm.
for the Lumber
Yeah,
Labs.
we have a lot of stuff that we've had written down and brainstorming about, little scripts that we're working on, camera angles, all that fun stuff.
And you know what else is? I really want the viewers to start sending in some footage too. I want to see what everyone else's hustling of the trees is, and like whether it's funny, like whether they're making funny skits related to tree work, or whether they're just sending in their work. I'd really like to see what other people are doing with themselves, or whether they're doing woodworking or.
Yeah, I'd like to see more of that type of stuff too. You can follow all those pages on Facebook. That's Tree Hustle for this page, comedian Scott Wharton for my page, and then Lumber Laughs for our joint page, which is it's going to be a little bit of everything on there. It's kind of its own little brand or
Mhm.
something.
Yep.
But once we start this tour, we really want to keep being in touch with the community, like you already have been, and like I already have been.
Yeah, just continue.
Meeting people and whatever.
Expanding that.
Expanding our range, checking out, seeing your hometown, your culture, taking down trees for you, maybe. You know, I don't know. Something I want to kind of get into is doing house shows or pop-up shows too. Maybe when we come to certain towns, we can
100%, yeah.
get somebody to organize a little house show, and then kind of.
You were thinking like also we need to really get on, and I guess we're just gonna put this all into the universe as our upcoming plans, but we're gonna work on some Lumber Laughs, some Tree Hustle, and all that stuff, some stickers and gear.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
definitely working
We're
on
putting
some,
together a little fund. Right now our biggest And first hurdle is getting more of a reliable vehicle
Yeah, we're
That we
working on
can-
getting a truck.
that we can get around in. And then once we've got that established, we're going to establish like a base for traveling,
Yeah.
what that's going to cost.
Yeah,
you know.
exactly.
And then, I mean, that's kind of all part of the tree hustle. Like, you don't just go and make like $800 in a day and then just walk away with $800 that day. See what I'm saying?
That Alfredo's killing me.
Yeah, the Alfredo's so he just swallowed it in his lungs.
I gotta remember to chew.
Yeah. That's right. Oh, so now on this video we're getting into the
Smash.
this is just a compilation of different drops, different whatever. See the little log? This is Aiken. I can kind of just shout out where we are, what we're doing. So this is Murray, Utah. That's an elm piece. Big, But if you go to the other video, the good, the bad, the hack, that is this, and you can hear the sound.
Yeah, that was fun.
Oh,
That was a fun video that you put together there.
Yeah, it was a pretty good video, like 22
Ooh.
minutes long.
Hack to the guy holding the camera on that one.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of like a good 5-minute series that I can do a couple times a week.
Yeah, you were talking about that this morning. Maybe our viewers have some suggestions or something they want to see.
I'm thinking just like
I'll check out that 5-to-1.
5 minutes of me talking about,
Hey, that's down in Salt Lake City itself.
5 minutes of me climbing, but while I'm climbing, talking about what I'm doing. Something like that. That'd be okay.
Tutorials.
But funny, I guess. I could just make it funny.
I mean, we could just critique you the way that we would.
No, I'm saying while I climb.
Oh yeah.
Like, but I could do like 5-minute videos of that, or we could do like little, I really don't like the, I don't want to do something that everybody else is doing. That's part of the reason why I'm doing Tree Hustle, because this is just an hour of us just sitting down and talking about Tree Hustle.
Yeah, talking
Yeah.
about
Like,
tree hustle, talking
This
about.
is literally just,
It's just us bullshitting.
it's just us bullshitting, and I don't know, it's probably not even that interesting, but
The tree work's fun to
it
watch.
is. Yeah, the tree work's fun to watch, and
The travel's really fun too, and meeting all the people.
yeah,
A lot of the people
Yeah.
watching this are people that we'll probably meet one day, or that you've already met.
Oh, yeah,
or that I've already
100%.
met.
100%. So this is in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is up in the avenues.
That guy was he was like a brain surgeon.
Yeah, it's a pretty
Yeah.
nice crib he's got there.
Yeah, very nice crib.
Yeah, it's
they,
like.
they were pretty cool people.
Mhm.
It was a big tree, big elm, and it was just like dying. And
We-
I underbid it. I was like 3,500. They're like, okay, yeah. Should have been like 5,500.
Yeah, it was we milled the log.
Yeah, we milled the log. I don't know what happened to the wood, but
Yeah, it's in Green Life, I'm sure.
well, he sold that.
Oh.
But
Those slabs were heavy as shit, though. I'll tell you.
Oh yeah, those slabs come off.
It took like 6 of us to get those out, but
And a log cart. That was a crazy day.
it was
The
some
things
of those.
we've done. The things we've done.
Yeah,
I can't believe
seriously.
some of the slabs that I've moved across yards.
That
Just
one,
cutting slabs.
that one takes the cake in my book for me, though.
That was pretty crazy.
It was on a crazy like 6% grade hill,
Yeah.
and like right outside the gate, it was flat up until you got it outside the gate. Then it went straight down.
Yeah. Then it was just scary.
Yeah,
Yeah. What an experience.
the wood was beautiful, though. You can,
Oh, that was pretty incredible.
if you go back to Tresus's Instagram, he's actually got some way down in there, but there's a lot of good stuff before you get to those slabs.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure. Here's a.
Beautiful Utah sky.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
4,300 feet in elevation.
Yeah. Oh yeah, just wait. It's gonna be cold when we get there.
Oh yeah,
It's gonna be cold. Like cold.
and dry.
Yeah, so that'll be
Sucky.
the farthest west I've ever been is Paducah, Kentucky. So
Oh, this will be quite further
It's gonna be
west.
the-
I'm
yes.
nervous about the trip out there because we're going in the dead of winter.
I think
I've
they'll
been
be
thinking
okay.
about that too. Yeah, going
Yeah, I
through all
think-
those states in the middle
I
of the
mean-
country.
Realistically, I think that avoid fucking Wyoming going there during the winter.
Yeah, that place gets crazy.
It is black ice, and me and Clem Jenkins, who we're gonna actually be meeting up with in Salt
Oh yeah,
Lake
we'll
City.
have him on a tree hustle.
Him and I, we came back from Florida in February, and in Wyoming, that place was, we were the only vehicle that was not a semi on there. That's how bad those roads get. And the winds get to 60 miles an hour, black ice. It's just a straight road with the slightest turns. It's sketchy.
I went through New Mexico one time and over this mountain pass, and it was like a big giant storm, and there was like 2 feet of snow, and there was just 2 ruts in the snow that just followed the ruts, and there was like semi falling off the side of the road here, car here, semi here, car here, and it was like 6 hours of just going through this storm at like 20 miles an hour up this huge freaking mountain, down the other side, and then all of a sudden it just cleared up. You could see the stars and everything. It was pretty crazy.
That's
And
wild.
the front of my truck was like covered in ice. It was literally like I stopped at the gas station to fill up, and it was just like this brown ice, and I just hit it, and the whole shape of my bumper, it falls off. That was crazy.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
New Mexico, huh?
Slept in Moab that night in the back of my truck. It was cold.
Oh yeah.
That was in 2014,
Brutal. I didn't think that New
January.
Mexico would get it like that.
January 2015.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was. But that's probably going to be our route.
Yep.
So
Well,
that craziness.
I mean, Colorado, going through there, that's a steep fucking mountain to go up.
Yeah, what do you think our route is going to look like?
I don't know. Hopefully the weather's good, but so far it's been a pretty crazy winter.
Yeah.
How do you usually get from this side of the country back to Utah?
On a road.
However,
There's a bunch of routes. Like you can go through Colorado, you can go through Wyoming, you can go through.
You can go through Nebraska,
Yeah, you can go through Nebraska.
which I also don't
You
recommend.
go
I don't
through
recommend.
Texas.
I don't recommend going anywhere north during winter.
Yeah, it gets nasty.
The winds with the temperature, like up in Nebraska, it's like
It
negative
gets
40.
scary up there. Yeah.
Like if you're outside for more than 30 seconds in Nebraska on a 20 degree day, or negative 20 degree day with 20 mile an hour winds, then you'll get frostbite in your eyes within 30 seconds of them not being covered. Like you need goggles for that kind of shit.
Yeah, no, we'll stay south on our travels
Yeah.
up.
Colorado would be the most
But
northern
even
route.
then, it'll still be.
It's a rough one. It's a rough
It's gonna be interesting.
drive. Yeah. Getting over that mountain is
yeah, we just got to get the vehicles right. And then we'll have the 2 dogs and the cat too to take care of,
Mm-hmm.
and ourselves.
And all our stuff.
and our lives.
And then we're gonna go to Utah, cut trees there for a little bit, do some family stuff, and then
Mardi Gras for a couple nights, or however long.
yeah,
Yeah.
And then to
we might even
California.
just do like a little plane thing, go back there,
Fly out.
and fly out, hang out for a couple nights,
Mm-hmm.
and then head back to California and start working. You know,
Start working, hitting up open mics,
yeah. I
hanging
feel
out
like
with
it's
all
been on
our-
the same piece of footage for a while now. Oh look, this thing's just about to whack me. I swear that's what this is.
Yeah, this album is an interesting one.
It scraped me on the back pretty good.
Did it?
Yeah, it scared me. And if I had like a bad rope guy, that would have cleaned my claw. Like Mike just like saw what was happening and let it go.
Did you guys put the GoPro on a squirrel for this?
Yeah, Mike pretty much is a squirrel. Papa Mike.
Oh, Papa Mike, yeah. He's like 4 foot and squirrely as ever could be.
Yeah, little squirrel man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, here goes. Watch. Oh, boing! It looks pretty bad from down there.
Yeah.
But honestly, it just scraped me, and then like the whole me looking like it hit me and pushed me. That was actually me like ducking out of the way, and so it just scraped me. So it, due to like me being like, oh crap. We'll see the other footage from the other angle, somewhere in this whole mess. But Mike was, he just let it go, which is fine. It didn't break anything on the ground. This is 2017 summer. Crazy tree.
Yeah.
Was it 2017?
I think it was 2016. Wait.
No, it was 2017.
Yeah, it was 2017.
Yeah.
We had Fireblade. Fireblade was on this job. That guy was a fun person to just be around.
Yeah. That guy was an animal.
He liked to lift logs.
I like to lift logs. Call me Fireblade. What?
Lifting logs is usually what I go for.
Yeah, you're definitely a log lifter type.
Yeah, you're a log toter.
I mean, as big as I've always been my whole life, that's just what I feel like I'm supposed to do. I always worked with an older crew.
Dude, you should start like getting nasty on it, doing push-ups and get like super buff, look like Dolph Lundgren.
Dolph Lundgren.
Do it, man.
Yeah, I will move, dog.
Lose the titties.
I like to pick
man boobs.
I like to pick things up and put them down.
I pick them up, I put them
I'm scared
down.
if I lose my man boobs and my chubby belly that I'll lose my defense mechanism, which is comedy. Then I'll just go stale, be a fucking horrible comedian.
Why? Because you're going to be too good looking?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Be too confident.
No, that's the key to good comedy. Confidence.
That's true.
So
Not to mention
shove it up your
Kobe.
butt. Come on, get fit. Make
fit.
it your goal. I gained like 4 pounds in the last 2 weeks. Which is, I mean, for me, quite a bit.
I can
That's
show you
awesome.
pictures of what I've been doing with this dude, trading him online.
Oh, you've been putting it, have you guys been trading penis pics?
As a matter of fact.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the dick up.
Dick up?
Yeah, the dick up. It's where you got a spring. You add a spring to your dong. Hang on. This is getting way off topic. Kay?
I've been catfishing.
No, but
Ricky Tuggett.
I can help you get fit.
Get fit?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, so what?
Like lose weight and like tone and shit.
Oh, with the dong
Dick
thing?
ups.
Yeah, with the dick ups.
With the dick ups.
You'll get a 6-pack in no time.
Oh, dude, I already have a 6-pack.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
Oh, I'm
Done,
I mean,
son.
yeah,
I'll help you get in shape.
we all have them.
Run up a tree with me.
Okay. I mean, yeah, okay.
You'll be so in shape.
I was really bummed I didn't climb today, but I could see why.
Yeah, it was a pretty technical little thing.
Yeah, I mean,
there's another elm in the avenues, Murray, Utah.
Mhm.
Oh, big oak, boing. That was in Aiken. Good times. Ooh, here's a nice big, a lot of people have seen this. This is Florida. This is, Sarasota, I think. Something like that.
that's a cool looking tree.
Sarasota. That's a pine. And bye-bye. Pick it up.
What kind of pine is it?
A big pine. A
Yeah.
long leaf? I don't know. Big pine.
Looks long.
And then Johnny's like, where am I going to put it? And I'm like, get the power printer out.
Mhm.
Cut it into pieces. I don't freak. I don't give a freak what you do with it.
It's technically not a part of your tree anymore.
Yeah, it's like, well, you know what? It's not actually my problem anymore,
Mhm.
dude.
Oh, we've also been doing a lot of work in the studio lately too.
Oh, we have been, we've spent a good solid week. We've put together a couple of really good demo pieces that we can build from.
At least an EP.
I think we've got like 4 really good starts.
Mm-hmm.
And so we're going to try to make those 4 or 5 songs really tubular, finish them out. Then we're going to release an EP and see where that takes us.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for pretty much boy band status.
It's more than that though. It's more like brother boy status.
Yeah, brother boy status, yeah.
Brother boy band.
Yeah, exactly.
It's more about the music, bro.
It's about the music. Oh, there we go. Look at that pop on top. Ooh, look at that thing shake. See the way it's just circling around, circling.
2 spars, huh?
Oh man, what a piece of junkie tree. Here we go. This is a big oak, and she go bye bye. Boink. See you later, alligator. Oh, here we go. Big oak. Pine. Ooh, the reaction here is pretty good.
Ooh, yeah.
Here it comes.
This is a really good drop.
Right. Look at the fence. Boom. And then look, I like walk out. I'm like, da 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 da. Look at me. Here it is. And then Brandon's like, yeah. He's like freaking out. I'm like, oh my lordy, I must do the same.
That makes you look really tall. That angle.
Yeah. Yeah, quite a bit of these do. They'll like make me look like I'm freaking 6'6" or something. When really I'm only like 6'2", 6'3". There goes Big Maple Top. Then we go back to another oak. Very nice work. A lot of people have probably seen this.
That knuckle boom looks cool.
Yeah, that was pretty silly. I don't know what happened there where I was not a good hold on it, I guess. But all is well.
That's the future of our industry right there.
Yep, that took our job type shit right there.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. Yep, that's a cottonwood tree. Throwing a little zippy line on down. I'm like, come on, pull it really long.
Yeah, it is. That is a branch.
Yeah. This is an oak and Aiken. That we cut down.
Was that a tumbleweed that just went by?
Probably. It's the mood.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was so somebody was murdered in that house right there, that red house right there that he's dancing in front of. Somebody's murdered in that house. Murder house with a lesbian homicide.
Not only murdered,
A
but
lesbian lover murdered
her lesbian lover.
Let's see if we can just give facts about each clip.
Yeah.
So that's your fact for this clip. We also had to, we could have rigged this down, but I was like, you know what? I'll just slice it into pieces, and then nobody has to lift nothing, nobody has to cut nothing on the ground. So I just cookied it all the way from up there.
Very much so cookied.
Cookied it all the way down to the ground.
It was intense, and that had actually a very tight space in between that tree and that house. Super tight.
I mean, that tree was pretty much touching the house at one spot.
Yeah, it was right next to a mulberry too, which you don't see too often in Utah.
And a lesbian was murdered right inside that window.
Yeah. And there was a framer who looked like Michael Jackson inside while we were working on this job.
Yes. And it was very windy. Another fact.
Yeah. And the clouds were...
It was very windy.
Yeah, see all that wind? So then that put sawdust on like everybody's roof, and all sorts of people complained, oh my god, what a hell job this was.
Oh yeah, that whole job.
But I wanted it because of where the tree was. Look how windy it is though.
Oh yeah.
Like hurricane force winds. But it's an elm, dude. That thing ain't going nowhere.
That is ridiculous.
Especially on a spar like that. I'll work a spar like that at 60 mile an hour when it's on you. Duke. And it's me just...
Yeah, that was a...
Oh,
I don't know, you
look
flash
at
back and you think about those kinds of jobs too when you actually see it, and it's like a whole week of everything flying at you.
Yeah, man. I didn't really...
Oh, and on the other side of this house, we also did a box elder with a super fat base.
Oh, yeah. It's super
And-
rotted and hollow and dead. Oh, what a piece of crap
Oh,
that
yeah.
tree was.
Papa Mike fucking dinged the neighbor's roof, and they were crazy.
Oh,
They were some
yeah.
crazy neighbors.
They were crazy people, for sure. Oh yeah, that was interesting. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what I'm doing. What am I waiting for my chainsaw? Looks like I'm lighting a cigarette right now.
Mm-hmm. One or the
Waiting
other.
for my chainsaw. It doesn't even look like I have my chainsaw on me.
Kind of looks
I
like
think you're
you're...
gonna karate chop it down is
Yeah,
what you're
Mike.
planning on doing.
Looks like you're
Karate
using it as
chop.
a...
Volcano Wizard karate chop.
Yeah, volcano wizard karate chop.
Oh, there's your saw. It just zipped right on up.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
What was I cutting? What?
No, we just... I think... Oh, gas and oil. That makes sense.
Oh yeah, probably. So here we go. Get ready to watch the making tree cuts.
Here we go, cutting trees.
Cutting trees with the torno fire.
Here we go, cutting
I
trees.
can get the guitar out and play like a little cutting trees ditty,
Oh yeah, we can.
and then everybody can hear trees just play guitar.
And sing along.
And sing Roman go. You are not to blame.
And we're just hanging around this campfire in our apartment.
Yeah, we're just hanging around our apartment fire.
Yep.
Brought a big old 50-gallon barrel up in here.
And a guitar.
Don't worry, they're contained
We've been squatting for about 2 weeks.
When the fire starts to spread where we don't want it to, we just pour gasoline in a different spot to direct it away from the place we don't want it to go to.
Oh, there's me. Look at me pulling on it. I'm like, start, chainsaw, start. Why don't you start? I think it started. Here we go. I'm making for a cut. Do we
Here
see
we
the
go.
sawdust flying?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Just blowing everywhere.
Watching sawdust flying.
Oh, have I made? Oh, no. Oh, look. I'm going for like some sort of snap. Ooh, there's the back cut. Now what do I do here? Ooh, look at that little...
Oh yeah.
Just cookied it. Cookied it. And this is what that sounds like.
Cookie it
Cookied it
down to the ground.
down to the ground.
Cookied it right down to the ground. Torn on fires.
Oh,
set
yeah.
away.
Cookied it,
Down to the ground.
Cookie!
cookied it.
Down to the ground.
Cookie time!
Who likes chocolate chip or cookies?
Fuck this wind.
Not me. Just kidding.
Fuck this wind.
That's the I Fuck This Wind song.
Yep. I said fuck this wind and I don't care.
Tree Hustle, this is like our show and tell.
Yeah.
Because honestly, we have nothing else to talk about. Because we already told you everything else there was to talk about on the first 5 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to talk about how I don't believe in equal rights anymore. You know,
What-
for women.
I never believed in them. But anyways, as you were saying,
What?
Well, because it's okay for them to use all these filters, you know. They want to be a fox or a bunny rabbit or a kitty cat. But as soon as I use my black cock enhancer app to send a dick pic, I'm labeled a fraud.
Yep.
That's not equal rights.
Yeah,
well, is it as soon as you use the black cock enhancer pic, or is it as soon as they see what you're really working with?
It's the black. It's just.
You know, yeah, they're like, ooh, yeah, you got a nice big penis, boy, and then you go meet up with them, and they're like, I thought you had an 8-inch penis, but you have a 3-inch penis.
Dude, how did you guess?
I don't know.
Yeah, it seems more like a me problem than an event problem, huh?
Me too. Hashtag me too, everybody. I hope this message me too'd you.
Mm-hmm.
Show us on the screen.
Don't say that.
Where?
Show us on the screen where they touched you.
Yes.
By pressing the subscribe button and the little bell next to it.
And
then if you want to know what
if
makes
you're
us...
still listening to this, leave a comment and say...
Butt chug.
Butt chug. Alright, this podcast is going way south.
Yeah.
And we like it.
I predict that Max Dean from Santa Monica will be the one to comment butt chug.
Max Dean, are you there?
Are you there?
This is like our personal radio show that the listeners don't listen to until after we already radio showed it.
I mean,
hi, you're listening to WXY Tree, and this is Treesus Ricky Tuckett and comedian Scott Borden coming at you live from an apartment in Augusta, Georgia.
Later with the weather.
Yeah. Right now it's actually raining. Raining, pouring.
We're gonna go over to Augusta
snoring.
National Golf Course and cut
look
down
at
all
Kenny
the
there,
trees.
just laying down the
Beat
moves.
it!
He's got the dance moves.
Oh man, I've never actually watched this. Like as we've said before, we would really like user submitted footage, and we won't watch it until we put it on here.
Yep,
and maybe this will be just all like a.
Oh, another fact about this job is that it was the first time I ever used a GRCS. Those are really fun.
Yeah, GRS, yeah. Those are really great pieces of tools.
The Gurkus?
The Gurkus. Yeah, that thing.
The Gurkus. That is a
Good
GRC.
Russian crime syndicate for tree cut. GSTC. Good Russian crime syndicate for tree cut. Yeah! I was channeling my inner Chris Cornell / Stevie Ray Vaughan.
I felt it in my soul.
Mm-hmm.
And the tip of the dick.
Oh, another interesting fact about this job is that the neighbors next door were the first people I ever met that knew you from the outside world of not tree people.
How did they know me?
They followed you on YouTube when you first did when you were first starting.
What?
Yeah.
They did?
Yeah, they were like, Treesus Bartleby, are you kidding? It was crazy. It was the dude on the other side of this White House, not the dickhead neighbors.
Wow, you just broke our
Fuck
tablet.
Fuck the tablet. No, but it was on the side of that white fence. The owner of the house knew exactly who you were, and he was really excited that you were working next door because there was another tree that we had to cut that we had to ask him if we could dump it in his yard, and he was like, yeah, fuck it, your tree's a Bartleby, fucking dump it.
Weird, I didn't even know about any of this.
You don't remember that at all?
Nope.
Oh,
not
yeah?
even one bit.
Yeah, it was a really messed up job, but that was a thing. That was a thing. He was more than
Everybody's like, don't tell Treesus, it'll get to his head, because I don't fucking remember that one little bit. That's crazy.
That was the thing.
wonder how he knew about me.
It was
As it proceeds to get to his head.
Yeah, it's getting in my head. How do you know? How
I mean, you were still well known, like on like
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
on the
So-
YouTube.
It was in 2017. Yeah, I guess I was pretty well known.
Mm-hmm.
I was okay.
Yeah.
I was never well known on YouTube though. And even now, I mean, we're not like a big channel, dude. We're like a dinky channel. We got like 440 subscribers.
God
We
bless
don't
them
even
all.
have. Yeah, I know. They're amazing. We love every single one of you. But like, what? We're
It's
making
a very
some
small community.
amazing videos
Small but
for
mighty.
like a very small group of people. But that's cool. That's whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
Because we just like making the videos. There's a big oak. Oh, here's a big sequoia
Are we back in a little
gigantum.
more
shit.
compilation mode?
Yeah, this is compilation stuff.
How was it climbing a sequoia gigantum?
Elm. That's the same elm.
Oh shit.
Oak. They're pokey. They are very pokey. If you go on my Instagram, you'll see cling, chick, cha-ching, that screen grab right there. If you go on to my Instagram.
That's Trees Bartleby at Trees Bartleby on Instagram.
That is at Trees Bartleby
La da da.
on Instagram.
Those pictures are also on Tree Hustle on Facebook.
Tree Hustle on Facebook.
Ping ping pong.
Bing bing bong.
Me mo.
I'm really now
you're still-
convinced that nobody's really going to be listening to this.
If you are
and
still
so
listening
kind
to
of
this,
anything goes.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you are still listening, comment Mimi Mo.
Mimi Mo, yes.
That's MEEMEE.
And the time in which we have asked you for Mimi Mo. Oh, also, if anybody has time on their hands, can they tell me how many crickets were eaten in the video?
And hit that subscribe button while you're at it.
Yeah, go
If you made it this far and you're not subscribed, you might as well.
Oh yes.
I mean, you already done screwed the pooch on that
Yeah,
one.
you've already been lost in tree this land. No, but really, what I was asking was not how many crickets were eaten in the video, but how many individual cuts can you count in this video?
That's a lot different than a cricket.
So I don't think that anybody will ever actually comment that.
Comment cricket.
That's a challenge. A Treesus challenge. Here we go. Oh, I already cut it. Look at me holding on like a rock climber. I'm like, oi.
Got that double spar.
So I guess we just play that video twice.
Fuck it. I mean, we needed to cut twice to get the real visual.
Here comes another. Here comes another. Go, go. Ooh. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, just doing that. That's negative rigging.
That's a good looking
Oh,
time.
look at that. Here's that poplar from the...
That thing is nasty.
That's huge, huh?
Yeah.
That was just a little guy. There's a big fir and
Plop. Ooh, the willows.
That is a big fir tree.
You know, willow really is my least favorite of all trees to remove.
Oh, really? Oh, man, wait till you start climbing them. You ain't gonna be singing that tune.
Yeah, from the ground it's not so fun.
They're easy.
Oh no, not when like the whole leads of like strings like start to pop out, and then when you go to rake them, and then it all gathers up so much quicker than you think, and the strings just like, I don't know. I've only had one experience with it, and it was with a little 6-inch chipper, and it just twisted around it, and I mean, but that's the only experience I've really had with the willow.
Well, that's about the end of our video, folks. So make sure you do the things we already said, like subscribe, and look for our new album coming out.
Look for a new album.
Looking for the new album. I can't
Why are you listening?
wait when you could be subscribing.
Subscribe right now.
Subscribe.
Ooh.
Dun, 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 dun,
Good night.
dun, dun. Bye bye.